you went through a spiritual rebirth in the form of an NDE. This is a quick message chosen from the universe. Chosen. You found yourself in that dark night of the soul, and the mental status that you had was, damn, I done tricked the fuck up. This it for me. I done got. I done fucked around and got, man. Damn. And you thought you was done. You know? And the best thing, and where you found yourself, the only thing that you was worried about is, you know, get you somewhere where you wouldn't look, you wouldn't be embarrassed when they found you. That was what was going through your mind, things like that, you know. You're thinking about your family members, the ones that actually care about you, like if you got children or something like that. And you were just thinking like, man, damn, at least when I get found, I want to be found. I don't want them to find my body or my avatar any type of way. You was already accepting it. You had made your mind up. And you know, when you go back and think about that, it's kind of empowering for you because, you know, so many people are scared of death, but you found yourself in that situation. And you really have found yourself in that situation a couple of times since you have been living your life. But there was nothing like this dark night of the soul that you experienced. And so you found yourself in this situation and you were accepting, and you were just trying to be somewhere where, you know, your body wouldn't get whatever they wanted to do to it. You know, a lot of y'all had stuff going on where they were trying to get you chosen. They was trying to harvest you. They was trying to harvest. Yeah, they was trying to harvest. I ain't talking about energy. You were trying to harvest something. So, you know, when you think about it, chosen one, you had some diabolical motherfuckers on you. You know, yeah, you went up against some diabolical motherfuckers. And in a sense, this is what made you really cold how you are in retrospect, because you understand how your enemies operate. And so you kind of adopted that. Not in a mean sense or just, you know, but just in like, when you was in that dark night of the soul by yourself, it just changed the way you viewed a lot of things, including life. But, chosen one, you found yourself in this dark night of the soul, and, you know, you were already accepting of the fact that it was done. You didn't see how you was gonna make it through it. You know, you couldn't even, you know, but you know what? You couldn't see how you was gonna make it through it, but you just kept going. But you knew, you know, you wasn't gonna last that long, chosen one. And so it overtook you. Whatever was administered, your injuries, or whatever you was going through, right? It overtook you. And you were overtaken by, you know, whatever it was, right? And so you found yourself gone. Well, chosen one, you gotta understand, and overstand what you experienced on that night was not. It wasn't death, chosen one. It was a rebirth. It was a rebirth. It was a part of your soul contract before you even came in here. See, the old version of you, chosen one, had a job to do. And only your old self could make it through what we needed it to make it through. You know, what you needed to make it through in order for you to be here, only your old self could handle that, because your old self was broken. You had been hurt so many times. You have been through so many betrayals by people who you cared about dearly, by people who you would have did anything for. You know, by family members, people with your blood. And you have been through so much, and your life had been so rough since growing up, chosen one, that when you found yourself in this situation, you know, it was like you was kind of used to being in situations like this. Like, you know, the way that it was supposed to be affecting your mental, you was smooth. It's not that you was good. It was just like you was used to it. You were used to the betrayal, so it didn't bother you, or it didn't. You wasn't what's the word? You wasn't fucking surprised. You know, you wasn't surprised by that you had been betrayed or somebody had did something to you, because you know your life had already, leading up to that, had been like that. So you know, your old self had to go through that. You gotta understand, chosen one, just how important you are and who you are. And so when you went through this NDE, when you died, you know, you went through a spiritual rebirth. And this is when the new version of you, this higher consciousness, stepped in and relieved the old version, the lower consciousness, you know, the not knowing your worth you, the not understanding who you were, the not, you know, the giving people the benefit of the doubt, no matter what they have shown you, that you, it came in and it said, all right, you are relieved of your duties, man. Go ahead, sis, you did good. Rest. And the higher version of you has stepped into it. And you click back on, chosen one. And when you came back from that NDE, you were determined. You were at peace. You knew you were going to make it. You could hear your higher self coaching you, helping you to do what you needed to do to make it. See, chosen one, your attackers meant to end you. And what they planned was meant to destroy you and even make it hard for your soul in the base reality, in the afterlife, whatever you want to call it. It's trying to make it hard for you to find your way back, period. Because sometimes going out the way that you were supposed to go out, your spirit would have just haunted those streets for a while. Chosen one, what they meant for you was not the result. You came back. You were reborn into the higher version and higher conscious self.